Once upon a time, in a kingdom bathed in sunshine, lived a kind and gentle princess named Aurora. Her smile was as bright as a summer morning, and her heart was full of warmth. When she walked through the gardens, birds would sing their sweetest songs just for her, and the flowers seemed to bloom with extra joy. Everyone in the kingdom, from the highest noble to the humblest farmer, adored their princess. Far away, in a dark and lonely castle, lived Maleficent. Her heart was a cold, hard stone, heavy with anger and loneliness, because she always felt left out. One fateful day, driven by her bitterness, she flew to Aurora's castle. With a dramatic wave of her hand, she unleashed a powerful spell, her voice echoing through the halls. "Let this happy kingdom sleep." Instantly, a deep, quiet hush fell over the land. A magical sleep, like a soft, gray blanket, drifted over everyone. The king, the queen, the knights, and all the townspeople fell into a deep slumber right where they stood. But the spell couldn't touch Princess Aurora. You see, when she was a baby, 3 good fairies had blessed her with a special gift, the gift of a loving heart. This pure love acted as a shield, protecting her from the dark magic. Aurora looked around, her heart pounding in her chest. A wave of fear washed over her as she saw everyone she knew and loved, still and silent. "What do I do?" she whispered to the empty air. Just then, a tiny, shimmering fairy appeared before her. "You must be brave, Aurora," the fairy said in a gentle voice. "You are the only one who can break the spell. Your kind heart is your greatest power." Taking a shaky breath, Aurora felt a tiny spark of courage ignite within her. She would save her kingdom. She knew she had to. Her journey began as she stepped into the eerie, whispering woods. High in her dark tower, Maleficent was watching. She cackled and made terrifying shadows dance and twist between the trees. She made the wind howl and moan like a lonely, mournful wolf. But then she remembered the fairy's words. "My kind heart is my power," she said aloud, her own voice giving her strength. She began to sing a sweet, hopeful song. As her beautiful melody filled the air, the scary shadows seemed to shrink and fade away. The howling wind softened to a gentle whisper, as if it were pausing to listen to her lovely voice. Suddenly, through the trees, she met a kind prince named Philip. He, too, had been protected from the spell by his own good heart. "I saw the magical sleep fall over the kingdom," he said, his eyes full of concern. "I want to help." A warm smile spread across Aurora's face. Having a friend by her side made her feel so much braver. "Let's be brave together," she exclaimed. They joined hands, and their newfound friendship made them feel strong and ready for anything. Together, they finally reached Maleficent's dark, imposing castle. With a furious roar, Maleficent transformed into a huge, fearsome dragon made of pure shadow. But Aurora, filled with courage and purpose, was not afraid anymore. She looked directly at the terrifying creature, not with fear, but with kindness in her eyes. "You don't have to be so angry and lonely," she said gently, her voice full of compassion. Her kindness was like a brilliant, warm light that pierced through the darkness. The bright light made the shadow dragon shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink until it simply vanished into thin air. With Maleficent's angry magic gone, the sleeping spell broke. The sun burst through the clouds, shining brightly on the kingdom once more. Inside the castle, everyone began to wake up, stretching and yawning as if from a long nap. The silence was replaced with happy cheers and joyful reunions. They all learned a very important lesson that day. A kind heart and a little bit of courage can defeat even the biggest, scariest shadows. The kingdom was safe and filled with joy once more. Aurora and Philip knew that being kind and brave is the most powerful magic of all. Everyone felt loved, safe, and happy. And just like the people in our story, it's now time for you to close your eyes, get cozy, and have sweet, peaceful dreams. Good night.